Hey everyone, it's Rose Crystal back in another episode of Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. Last time we began the third class trial and we left off right here, so let's get on with it.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
And who is it?
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
And? Who is that?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kiba's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kiba could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
He was kicked out.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
It's true, they're like the one on the floor. It's so possible.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
So the room's dark as well as never had a light, no? Not an entire theory.
I was wrong!
the culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a mirror.
Are you sure? Okay, let's,
Oh no!
I do have plenty
The
of
culprit
light.
sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kiba's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kiba could have used that function to get under the...
Are you sure?
Oh no!
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling.
See if they were under the floor.
Our villain had a light.
Candle?
Kiba's flashlight.
Kiba could have used that function to get under the floor.
Oh no!
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
You shall
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kiba's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kiba could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
I'm running out of time.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance
All I got left is this loose throat, but
by
I can never
crawling
try it.
under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Let's try
You
this.
see, our villain had
But it was completely pitch black.
I was
It was supposed to
wrong!
be pitch black, wasn't it?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our
I've tried all
I was
fuse
wrong.
bullets on this end.
the culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kiba's flashlight function.
I have one more try.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kiba could have used that function to get under the floor.
Dang it!
Oh, this is
The culprit
this is
sneaked
not
in during
good,
the
guys.
seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
You see, our villain,
You mean candle?
Kiba's flashlight. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kiba could have used that function to get under the floor.
What is it?
Oh no!
I'm out of
The
time.
culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was
I'm out of
pitch
time.
black during the seance.
Damn, I made too many mistakes. Do they think I did it? Done debating already? Where's next time's mandatory? So let's get it over with. It's voting time.
Is this really the end?
I highly doubt it. We try.
We can't let it end here!
Not on my watch, it isn't. I need to figure this
The
out.
culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
I wouldn't think so. Yes!
That's wrong!
That was just a pure guess. Holy crap.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
Exactly.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
Pretty sure we would have seen it if the light came in.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
And how you, and even if you do get under there, how did you not trample over the magic circle?
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
That's not enough to condemn somebody, buddy, Kokichi.
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I mean, you should.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Oh! Dude, hey!
Not with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
Not here, it's indoors.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
Yeah, that's true.
Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
How do you bring up the handbook? It brings up the E, that's auto. Okay, no, I'll just figure that one out.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
Oh, I wonder what that's a reference to.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
I don't want to ignore it, it's a nice throwback.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Very cleverly.
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
If that's the case, she wouldn't have been talking to us before she went under.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
And these videos prove it. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I'll not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes. She was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
She was dead.
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
But she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
What other reasons could there be? She was alive before the seance began.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads!
You're the one leading us into doing this.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think!
Yeah, your alternate theory is letting us do the work.
If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lipstick brains!
That doesn't make sense to me. But okay.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
You?
So who lifted the cage?
I think that was Prekio.
It was me.
Or Himiko.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit!
There's no to the down!
Tenko not being killed in the seance? That might be impossible, but there's no evidence.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
Okay, that part's true.
And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
I don't think that was possible, but okay. White sheet. I'm pretty sure Prekio would have saw that because he lifted the sheet.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
There we go.
That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
You didn't say a word.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your model right here!
Damn it, you.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Prove it to me then. Because you've been shoving your workload on me.
Tenko died after the seance.
It
happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blades through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Nope. Oh, wait.
Damn it!
I just figured it out.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Nope, she was on the marker stone.
Oh, cut through your words.
Head down.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an
Ouch.
embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no
No,
worries.
Gonta, please don't agree with that.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
But she still ended up dead, so it's not impossible.
Yeah, for a living person.
Uh-oh, we're going back to the Necronomicon thing.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
And how is that possible?
What are you talking about? That's not
So
possible.
we're gonna go back to square one with him being
You don't know
friends.
that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? But why?
Even if that was possible, Angie was pretty freaking manipulative up till the end, but I highly doubt she'd kill someone.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
You haven't even talked about the loose floorboard yet.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that.
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
Kaito? Dude? Tenko was the only one inside that cage. There's no way another person could fit in there.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Wait, you too? You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
No. The they she's referring to. I think. Wait. Tenko! You're saying it was suicide?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance.
But then what did she stab herself with?
It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. You actually said something smart.
Everybody run! The world's ending!
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
That's a possibility.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
I don't even know how to explain it right now.
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Well, that's true. Hey Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Oh, jeez.
Take us down?
She wanted... I highly doubt she wanted to kill all of us.
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial.
This is sounding like a certain familiar case in DR2.
So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forwards. Fight with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait! We should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
That is sadly true.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer.
I mean, that's different, though.
Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
But he does have a solid point. You don't know anybody in this situation.
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
No, I kind of agree with what he's saying here. I get it, you want to make friends with everybody, but in a situation like this, you shouldn't.
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Yeah, you're definitely making up for the lost training sessions, Kaito. I'll make sure of it.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
You're the one who set it up in the first place, so yeah, you're coming to our training sessions.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Yeah.
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective
I
work.
think it's lying time, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. I'll see you guys after the seance. So see you guys after. I forgot she had a seance for power. Because we don't know how she's purposely as a suicide. shouldn't be satisfied with that. Keep thinking you'll find the truth. And that means you have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. There we go.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Oh, her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor.
Looking at the entire
All
day.
the pieces fit.
Everyone thinks that Tenko committed suicide. Only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. That doesn't make them think there's suicide theory right now.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Actually, she died right away.
I'll reveal the truth.
Please, please wait. Still recording, dude.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Exactly.
Instantly?
Mm-hmm. The death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone for it first to do that.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
Let's hope Maki can agree with us.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
Please, please, please help me.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
Yes.
Tenko died instantly.
Mm-hmm.
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. There's no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko would commit suicide.
Exactly.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Well, there's actually one thing. I heard a crashing noise there. Not a bad idea. I should know what happened at the seance. I'm trying to sure there's something. Am I right? And it seems like we have to solve this mystery. There was a crashing noise. But it wasn't the statue. I assumed it was the statue.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed.
That's not what
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Actually, me too. A sound. A crashing sound.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Kinda scared me. I was waiting for it to come.
It sounded like something heavy fell down, and hit the floor really hard. You could have fallen down.
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboard.
And if anything heavy was in the room, it would have been the dog statue. But we saw the dog statue was on the cage when the seance was over. And that thing is pretty freaking heavy. And loud sound. What's in the hidden floorboards? This has nothing to do with everything happening in the dark. That has to do with the loose floorboard.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound.
I think that's the only thing loud enough, because floorboards are pretty hard to take off.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
And you can't tell me it wasn't the floorboard, because then if it wasn't the floorboard, then how was it loose when the body's discovered?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There had been something. There had to have been a strong impact to make that sound. What was it, and what could it possibly be?
All right, then. Let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now. So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
Well, it was still on top, so no.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
Maybe. Let's do it. No.
Damn it!
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable.
Such a loud.
Floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Yes, that's true. Right here. Yes.
I agree! Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Go to make sure. First time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. Solve this case and think carefully at the cross piece and floorboard. Sorry, let me just, it's, my mouse is being a jerk. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and the cross piece then cut off was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part is outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the cross pieces were cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right onto Tenko. The other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit something to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Come on, think! Yep, right click and left click. What could possibly make... If you make a floorboard loosen, and it can go up and down, what is that called? I have a good idea. I'm gonna call it a seesaw effect. That's the only possible conclusion.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece,
It'd go up. See?
the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
And the impossible becomes possible.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blend of white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? In one place, the sickle could have been inconsistent with the others. And that was the top of the cage.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over.
Exactly, there you go. That's why the statue was on top. Because it would have just fallen on its own.
Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
And then she would
She
have
was
died.
bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in a crouched position, but with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Yes.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim.
That's clever.
That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
Then again, this is Danganronpa, so you're gonna see stuff like this all the time. But still clever.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
Hang on, just a sec, everybody. Alright, we're back.
That impact makes floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Did not think I'd hear those two words being placed together, but yeah.
Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
Same here, Mew, same here.
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box.
Exactly.
Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
I thought the game lagged for a sec.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Why?
The only one? Why's that?
There were 5 or 4 people in the room, dude.
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By
Sure.
cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
I mean, yes, that makes sense, but a lot of the other factors would have to be factored in too. Remember, she's small, so how would her weight be enough to make the seesaw thing go up? However, there are 3 rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room is always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
That still doesn't mean she killed someone.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Yeah, that part wasn't hard to figure out.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
Still thinking about it. A lot of it doesn't make sense.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Tenko?
Then again, this game has proven that even the most innocent characters have a darker side to them.
I killed Tenko?
This, even after Chapter 1, this is still hard to believe.
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Is it true that he's in the middle room with Himiko's idea? Does that mean Himiko really killed Tenko? Did something like that really happen? Something so cruel. We got ourselves a complicated case, ladies and gentlemen. This is insane, though. Yes, save. I was hoping it would let us save. Yes, please save.
Well, now.
Looks like we're reaching the intermission segment. It's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. A victim quiz, not the culprit quiz? No, the victims are the people who still watching this drama. Boring crap. Why are you such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
I'm sure everyone is happy. I mean, I could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take you. I'm the real victim here. Me. Oh, you can make sense. I think I'm the real victim. I gotta put up this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right.
That's the right answer, Mama Ren. He hasn't said anything. Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're still a winner. Because everyone warns you, you get tons of humorous popularity.
Daddy!
Can you reveal this kind of behind-the-scenes details?
All right.
Die makes you more popular. We gotta die soon too. No, you might not want to. This is Monokuma we're talking about.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Ah! I'm playing with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Wouldn't it be backwards?
Logic does not compute.
Same here, Monokuma.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
Ouch.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all!
No, it doesn't.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Poor kid.
Right now, you're on the
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Himiko.
Wait. Must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Himiko, please.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore. vote for me, then just go ahead.
I think she's really given up on all of this, and I can't blame her in the slightest. But death is not the answer, my friend.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
No, it's not.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
So is everyone else's.
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
That too.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So don't give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one? Because you laid your trap there.
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Wait, I can agree with that. Because of Kokichi. He tripped, remember? I certainly remember that scene well. That's where I swore in Spanish.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
I mean, Kokichi has proof.
Kokichi will tell you.
Dude! Hey! Wake up!
Way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Life, on the line, class trial. Wake up. I guess there's no frost piece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. What bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
Well, that's still finding it.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
They could easily pin it on whoever picked the room, because they're all traps.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Exactly. Crackio, you've got some explaining to do.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory.
That's never a good thing.
We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore.
Atta girl, Himiko.
I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Dude, don't ruin this moment.
Hey, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul bro. Soul bro?
Yes, soul bro.
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards...
I'm sorry, you take that title, Kokichi.
Isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Why didn't no one step on the cobra until it was used for the murder? That's it. That must be the reason. Because of the magic circle. Korekiyo said many times never to step on it because it would ruin it. That's how
This is it!
That's how they didn't do it. They didn't step through it.
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Alright, part 2 is ending right here. Part 3 is coming right up.